Stu's News. Morning. I did put a shirt on to do the have a little chat, but I've taken it straight back off. It's 8:30 in the morning and it's already 24 degrees, so I'm not fucking messing about doing any of that. Right, 2 properties have been seized and raided in the Ukraine. That's only going to come back and bite a couple of people on the arse, I believe, initially, and that will be Hunter and Joe Biden. So we'll see how that develops. Joe Biden has announced his new running mate for Vice President, Kamala Harris. Now, where that's... everyone knew that. It would probably be a black lady, female. I don't think... that is the end duo. There's a lot more to this. I think Biden's going to step out of it. Whether she'll take over, I don't know. Or whether they're bringing a big gun like Big Mike. Michelle Obama. So we must keep our eyes on that. The Twitter purge continues. Yesterday, Santa Surfing and Praying Medic got taken down. Praying Medic follows me, or he did while he was still there. He had... over 250,000 followers. So while you can still view, get links to child porn and all sorts of other fucking naughty shit on Twitter, you can't talk about QAnon. Well, you can if you're a small fish like me, which I will continue to do, and everyone does. Keep coming back, camouflage, etc. The Flynn case had another hearing yesterday. I sat for about 4 hours of that, basically not understanding what the fuck was going on, because they keep using terms like amicus and mandamus and hypothetical waffle on all different cases, like the Fokker case and all sorts of other stuff. Well, I know what Fokker means, don't I? But this went back and forth and has been delayed again, and is now being heard in court on September the 9th, the same day Hillary Clinton is in court. So that'd be interesting. However, new evidence did surface yesterday, and Jeffrey Wall, the Solicitor General, I think, was, asking questions and stuff. And apparently Bill Barr has got new evidence, which has not yet made public knowledge. So whether that's the missing 302 documents or what, we don't know, but he has shed a bit of light on it. But I don't know, maybe this is all part of the plan. The White Hats know what's going on, they've expected this delay, but Judge Emmett G. Sullivan, he might as well be fucking boss hog for all the good he does. He is such a corrupt fucker, and he's obviously taking his orders from Obama when Obama did that little speech. So, there you go. That's been delayed for a while. The quantum financial system is up and running. We hear it's running side by side at the moment with the fiat system, and that will take over eventually, but you won't feel any difference. I haven't felt a change or anything like that, so we'll just wait and see. Jasara. Explosions and global fires are continuing. There have now been pretty much fires in Hyasan, North Korea, Beirut, Lebanon, the Congo at the UNICEF building, Spain, Najaf in Iraq, Lef in Italy, Volgograd in Russia, the World Trade Center in Brussels, the United Arab Emirates, Melbourne, Wuhan in China, Kuwait, Nairobi, Birmingham, in the UK, Turkey, New Haven in the UK as well, Dubai, Baltimore, India, St Paul in Minnesota, the offices of, where's that? Is that Beirut as well, I think? I can't read that. Another one in India, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, and Melina in Spain. So that's loads. It's definitely a hot August, isn't it? I'm sure a lot more information will come out of that. I will give it to you when I get it. Unless you, of course, would like to go and do some digging yourself. Cannon Hinnant, a 5-year-old boy, cycled his tricycle into the next door neighbour's yards, and Darius Sessoms shot him at point blank range, straight in the head. Dead. Bosh like that. It's been reported in some news outlets, but not the big boys. Why? Well, the young lad, Canon Hinnant, was white. Darius Sessoms, the shooter, was black. Not going into all this racial stuff, but it doesn't fit the deep state narrative, so they don't report it. And it's fucking shocking, isn't it, really? I'll just dwell on that a sec. Right. The global collateral accounts are waiting, full of money, to help humanity turn the deserts green, redistribute wealth and all this sort of stuff. Is meant to be a number with 45 noughts behind it. So, a million has 6, a billion has 9, etc. 45 noughts, which is meant to be a quattro decillion. Now, won't that be nice? Something else we must watch. Right. Basically, when Trump did his executive orders the other day, the 4 he did, I've already spoke about those, he's basically stopped income tax. So you see to Americans at the moment, you haven't got to pay tax on the wages you earn. We're going to keep that running up until the election. And when I get re-elected, if I get re-elected, but when I get re-elected, I might cut that altogether. Now, this is a lot to do with him merging the Federal Reserve into the Treasury and Jassara again. All these things happening in broad daylight, which is, all little parts of one big scheme. So, amazing. I think the American public are loving that. Now, there's a couple of names I want to keep your ears and eyes on. One is Evergreen. Now, I've heard this many times in the past, but this is... Evergreen is big in 3 things, right? 1, shipping containers. 2, the airline or the airplane company that was chemtrailing the fuck out of everyone on a global scale. And it was Hillary Rodham Clinton's Secret Service code name when Bill Clinton was president. It probably is still our Secret Service code name now. So, remember that name. Also, remember this name. Nicole Junkerman. I'll give you a little description of her. Nicole Junkerman is Israeli intelligence and frequent flyer on Jeffrey Epstein's Lolita Express. My name appeared in the Panama Papers from the Mossack Fonseca leaks, and I became embroiled in a FIFA corruption scandal with Sepp Blatter and his family. I was most likely the mystery woman who visited Epstein in prison before he was suicided. And now I work for the NHS Healthcare Advisory Board, appointed by and to advise Matt Hancock on his technology vision for health and social care. I likely have access to all your health data. Keep your eyes on. Right. These Democratic governors in mayors are still not playing ball. They are fucking bastards. Wolf, Murphy, Newsom, Whitner and Cuomo from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, California, Michigan and New York were the only 5 governors out of 50 that sent all the people back into the nursing homes with COVID. They are responsible for at least 60,000 deaths amongst the 5 of them, and they've done this to build up the figures, the COVID figures. It's absolutely shocking. Their time is definitely coming. You've also got to look at people like Muriel Browser, Bill de Blasio, Lori Lightfoot. What am I? Mayors of Chicago, New York and DC are also not playing ball. They're keeping everything on lockdown. These are all the states that have had... They've let everyone riot. They've burned the place to the fucking ground. These are the places that won't let anyone do anything. They want to keep everything in lockdown because it's all about the election. It's nothing about the general public. It's about the lockdown and causing as much chaos for Trump until the election. Also, they've caused all these riots and everything, and let them have gone mad because they want Trump to get the army in so they can, the army by mistake shoots one of the protesters or something. That is what they want, their goal. But Trump's been very clever about it. He's not doing that. All covert operations. Right. 3.5 years ago, when Trump came into power nearly 4 years ago, I think they went on with this coup plan and went straight for the head of the state, these 13 Venetian families, and they took them out over one night and stuff. So all these wankers that are in control now, they've got no one giving them orders, I believe. So there's a lot of turmoil. You'll see that I can show you films and evidence to this. Trump went on a world tour after this, and he basically took power. Trump is the most powerful man in the world at the moment. He took power from everyone. After they took down 350 members of the Saudi royal family, and there was a change in power, Trump went to Saudi Arabia. He was allowed to touch the king's sword. No one was allowed to do that. He went to Japan and he gave out the sumo trophy. No one was allowed to do that. He went to China. He got taken to the Forbidden City. He came to the UK and the Queen walked behind him. They basically all capitulated power to Trump. So what's going on now? It's just for show. It's just to wake people up, because it's just tumbleweed out there. You know, you can tell people till you're blue in the face and they just look at you like that. What did he say? The media is arse about face. It is 180 degrees out of sync. They lie to you. You might as well think exactly what they say and believe the opposite, because you will find that out at some stage, right? Someone asked me the other day, is it too late to red pill people? A lot of people have said that now. A lot of people are just fucking walking about in the days. It doesn't matter what you say to them. 90% of people are just couldn't give a fuck. And if they hear the information, they won't share it. They won't pass the information on. They won't bring it up in a conversation in case people think they're fucking weird. Well, you need to do this. Even my fucking truther friends and all that, I say to them, it's no point you fucking saying to me, Stu, I love what you do, I love everything you post, I read it all and that. It's no good unless you share it as well, right? And then their friends share it, and then their friends share it, and then their friends share it. If I'm fucking talking about it all the time and everyone else is just listening and not fucking saying anything to anyone else, it's pointless, isn't it? So please open up, say some stuff, and share all the information you see. Open up conversations with people that might think you're weird, because they might be wanting to open up the same conversation, thinking everyone thinks they're fucking weird and a nutter. But they're not, are they? No. Right, the UK, Oz, New Zealand and South Africa are having quite a few problems at the moment with these deep state laws, and I think Trump is letting it play out because people are so fucking complacent, right? And maybe we need to be taught a lesson. You need to wake up, people. You can't just walk about in fucking masks like fucking moronic dipshits, not questioning things, right? If you've got to go to the supermarket, yeah, put one on if you can't get in a shop without one. But if you can say at the shop door, I'm exempt, thank you, and walk in, what's the fucking point in wearing them? Everyone with fucking half a brain cell knows that you can breathe out the side and up the nose and all that. That will protect you. And I know a lot of people say, right, oh, it might protect if one person and all that. It might protect one person if you're having a fucking gobbing match, right? If you're standing next to someone breathing out COVID, it is not going to protect them. So fucking sort it out. 5-year-old children could work out what they tell you on the news is a load of fucking bullshit. Right. Just want to say one more thing, what I said in my last Stu's News. Can't remember, I think that was 8. You know, if they are going to start revealing all this child sacrifice and bringing children out of tunnels, right? And adrenochrome use and all this sort of stuff, right? Don't be the person that fucking turns a blind eye, right? Fucking man and woman up, right? And start talking about it and spreading the information and opening your eyes. It fucking hurts to look at it, right? But if you can help one child by spreading information, you do it. And what we hear about this adrenochrome is it could be a fucking lot worse, right? With all this experimentation and all this weird shit they've been doing underground, in the underground bases and tunnels, right? It's weird. Children, hybrids, fucking animals, mutations and all that. It don't bear thinking about, but we owe it to them, right? Anyone in pain that we could save, we owe it to them. So it's worth looking into. You've only got to look at fucking the Podesta art, right? And then go on to, I think, Tony Podesta's favourite artist, Patricia Pacini. Fucking Google her and have a look at the artwork of that, right? That is fucking mental shit, right? Anyway, I'm going to leave it on Obamagate, right? It's going to start happening soon. I think that might open up a few people's eyes. Who's going to be arrested first? Is Obama going to be marched down in handcuffs? Hillary Clinton? Strzok? Comey? Clapper? I don't know. You tell me. We've already had the arrest that will set shockwaves around the world. That was Ghislaine. A lot of people's fucking bumholes have been going like that since. Yeah? They've all gone into hiding, haven't they? I don't think that's woken up many people, apart from all the fucking global paedophile rings. Right? What's going to wake you up? So, maybe have a few comments underneath about who you think the first to name arrest might be. Obama, Clinton, any of those I just mentioned. George Floyd? Is he still alive? I don't know. You tell me. That was today's news. Love and light. Where we go one, we go all.